Good morning, everybody in Facebook land. We just got home. Lisa and I and the kids got the motorhome unloaded, got the race truck put back in the barn, obviously, as y'all can see. Man, we've been getting blown up with questions, texts, calls, so forth about what happened to the doors, what happened to the blower belt, is the 60-foot time right, all that. So rather than try to answer 1,000 questions, I figured I'd just try to cover all the bases, do a little video for you guys. So I'll try to make it short, but got several things to talk about. I know there's a lot of people interested, and some people ain't interested, but so here's what happened, guys. I want to show y'all something. I just set this board up here, if y'all can see this, just as a little illustration. Now obviously Chevrolet never meant for this body to run 160, 170, 180, whatever. What happens is, if you look down that line of that board that runs down the side of the body, you can see that the rear part of that fender sticks out about 2 inches further than the front of the fender. So as that air passes, comes through here, I've never run these lower quarters before. Y'all know I just made these, the mounts and all that. Used to, this was open. So the air come in, passes here, gets trapped in here like a funnel. All that wind went up inside the inner fender. And when it does, you know, because it's a fiberglass body, it all come through the door right here at the A-pillar, through the door and the A-pillar, and went into the cab. So what happened is that pressurizes the cab, and we never had that problem before because we never run the lower fender quarters. So we caused what happened to the doors ourselves by adding those. I've seen some other Chevy square body trucks tear the doors off of their trucks too, and I was always curious if maybe they didn't do the mounts right or the hinges right or whatever. But now we've learned, like those guys, that the reason it done what it did to the doors is because the way the fender's shaped. And here, if you look at the doors, they didn't just come off in one piece and fly around and then land on the track and get scratched up. The doors got ripped apart, literally exploded into pieces. And that, what caused that was the amount of pressure that came inside the cab with me yesterday. You can see here where it tore the door apart and literally tried to turn what was left of the door. The striker tried its best to hold on, and it broke the cab, which, I mean, I can fix that, but it broke the cab and the glass here, which we can repair all that. So that's what happened with the doors, guys. You don't just rip a door into a million pieces by it just flying off and going skating down a racetrack. And then as far as the blower belt, I know those people asked what happened there. There's what's left of the belt. Y'all seen that yesterday in the pile of carnage. And I want to show you guys something here. What caused that to happen, and we've never experienced this before. And after talking to Roger Olander, we kind of figured out why it happened. This is not a PSI pulley. If you look close inside this pulley, I hope y'all can see it. This thing has been cracked for a while. You see the crack still in it? And what it did is it finally just broke. That whole section of that pulley come apart. And when it did, of course, you know what happened after that. So we had a couple of weird things happen yesterday. We didn't go to the track to test expecting to tear the doors off the truck or break a blower pulley. Those are just not common problems that you have. So, but we learned. And then the only other thing that was a little bit disheartening for us yesterday is, after all that we went through, we still didn't get any data from that run. We had the push button in the truck, which Joey Martin, thank you. You recommended that I put it on RPM. We didn't listen. Put a button in the truck. The button got hit accidentally before the run when the battery was on, so it run a whole record session. The engine wasn't even running, so we screwed that up. So we've already changed the configuration. Brian Robbins did, to where now it's on RPM, just like Joey Martin told us to do, and we should have listened to start with. So we didn't get any data from the race pack. You know, all that money, time, effort, everything, put a race pack in the truck. We still didn't get anything. So so that kind of sucks. And then now the biggest thing. I know everybody's, what about the 60-foot time? Here's what I'm going to say about the 60-foot time. It don't make any difference to us whether it was legit or not legit. I wouldn't care if it had said a 0.3 or a 1.5. It didn't matter to me. I didn't care. Only thing I was concerned about, now like I told all my guys, we're not racing anybody other than ourselves. If we can do better each time we take this truck to the racetrack and learn and try to figure out how to make this four-wheel drive work, that's really all I'm interested in. I know I don't have the money to be able to be competitive against the guys that have unlimited budgets. I get to race once or twice a year. I really don't care if that 60 foot is right or wrong. It don't matter to me. We did exactly what we wanted to do, which was try to learn and try to better ourselves, and that's all I care about. If we win a 430 in Memphis, if I can go to a race and go a 429 and not even qualify, I'm gonna smile like a big dog, put it in a trailer, and I'm gonna go home. So all of you guys talking all that negative and crap on Facebook about the 60-foot time, dude, just miss me with all that, because I don't care. I mean, it don't matter to me. I'm only out there racing Bobby. I just want to make Bobby better, and I want to make my crew better, and I want to make my truck better. So if y'all want to fight and say all that stupid drama crap on Facebook, knock yourselves out. Just leave Bobby out of it, leave my crew out of it, leave my truck out of it, because I'm not interested in playing those games. I just want to make myself better. So with that being said, I think that kind of covers everything that we talked about and everything that happened this weekend. The nice part, guys, is I don't have a wrecked race truck, and I don't have to replace the body, well, other than the doors. And just like I've always said, well, listen to me, guys. I have never, ever wrecked this truck in four-wheel drive. Every single time that I've tore this truck up, something caused it to go into two-wheel drive, and I hit the wall. If this truck stays in four-wheel drive just like it did yesterday, everybody and their brother was struggling to go down that left lane. We went out there. Did it skate around a little bit? Yeah, it did. But it stayed in four-wheel drive, never swapped lanes, never swapped ends, never tried to do nothing stupid. As long as this truck stays in four-wheel drive, regardless of how many thousands of people say it won't work, that's what keeps this truck from getting tore up, is leaving it in four-wheel drive. Now, I had a couple other people asking about the transmission. Yes, the transmission made 3 gear changes. We left, it's a 4-speed Liberty. We left in second. It made a 2 to 3 and a 3 to 4. It went from second, third, and fourth. So the reason why it doesn't sound like it ever shifted, obviously, is because we still got a lot of learning to do as far as converter is concerned. So I'm going to have to get with John Winters and Steve Graves, at the guys at Quick Drive, and which we all talked yesterday at length. I spent hours on the phone yesterday after we tore the doors up with everyone. We did have the motor detuned. There's a lot more power than what it had yesterday. A lot more power than what it had yesterday. We ain't even begin to touch the power this thing will make. We never have. So we got things to do. But like I said, guys, we love y'all. We appreciate all the support that we get from everybody. And we appreciate every fan. We appreciate every hater. Everybody's got something negative to say. Thank you as well, because you fuel me to try to do better and be better. So with that being said, I love you guys. I'm going to go to work on this thing, and if any luck at all, I'm going to be at East Coast Truck Wars next weekend. Hopefully be able to get on the track the same time with Chris Cadotto. I love you, Chris. The whole world's been wanting to see that red Dodge and this black Chevrolet make a pass, and I hope that happens next weekend. So we love you guys. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.